week with a fresh approach. www.999wefm.com. WeFM News online on demand.
Good afternoon and welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Hello, Carnival. Nice to see you again. Hey, people, this is Ezra the Fun Machine, and I'm calling all revelers, carnivalists, and bacchanalists. Let me tell you, take a loan of $3,000 or more for your costume and pay only $340 per month with Court's ready cash. Plus, you get to enter to win your loan back. That's right. Pay $0 down and nothing for the first 30 days. All you need is your ID, proof of address, job letter, pay slip, and 2 references. Visit your nearest Court Already Cash location today or contact your Carnival band for more details. Experience Carnival 2024 with Court's Ready Cash. We are ready when you are. Conditions apply. Aye, aye, aye.
Welcome back to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, there is a need for Calypso to have a presence in the schools of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This is according to the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Calypsonians Association, the SVGCA. President of the association, Mr. Earl Cabot Bennett, said that this needs to be done in order to ensure that the art form is still around for generations to come. We'll hear more from Mr. Bennett.
Calypso needs your help. We want to get Calypso in the schools. We think it's important. In fact, we think it's necessary that we have Calypso in the schools. And every opportunity that we get, we seize the opportunity. I was contacted by the Lords and Grade School, who's having some hospitality and tourism week, and they've asked us to send some Calypsonians, and we gleefully accepted. So on Thursday 23rd, Calypsonians get the opportunity to sing to school children. And every opportunity we get to sing in school. Once a school wants us to sing, just reach out to us.
PRO of the SVGCA, Mr. Robert Patches Knight, during the press conference held earlier this week, emphasized the significance of taking Calypso to the schools to ensuring it survives.
I remember in the earlier days, we used to go to the schools and stuff. We reach all out there, Bayaboo, Stubbs, Richmond Hill, Camden Park, Prep School, what is Thomas Sanders School. We used to put on these shows during Carnival for the children, and they enjoyed it tremendously. Today, it's not happening. We've been behind the CDC for several years, asking them to assist us by going through the relevant ministry, which is the Ministry of Education, and in conjunction with the Cultural Department, to take Calypso to the school. We ain't about to use it to exploit anybody, but we believe that if we want the music to survive, we have to do something, and it's not happening.
That was the PRO of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Calypsonians Association, Mr. Robert Patches Knights. Mr. Knights noted that there are numerous Calypsonians that will be willing to perform for the nation's students to ensure SVG's culture stays alive. The opportunity is ripe for cricket in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as well as the rest of the West Indies, to receive a boost. This is according to President of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Cricket Association, Douglas James, who was at the time speaking at the arrival of the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup trophy. The Annisvale Stadium will be host to 5 of the tournament's games starting on June 13th. We hear more from Mr. James.
And most of us know that we grew up not playing 2020 cricket, but we played something that was called 20 overs. So it's nothing new to us. And I think that the opportunity is right now for cricket in the West Indies to take a boost. The springboard is here, whereby our team can set the pace for the future of cricket in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And I'm optimistic that at the end of the day, this trophy will have West Indies written on it.
That was the president of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Cricket Association, Mr. Douglas James. The 2024 ICC Men's T20 World Cup will be the ninth edition of the T20 World Cup, a biennial 2020 international tournament contested by men's national teams and organized by the International Cricket Council. It is scheduled to be co hosted by the West Indies and the United States from June 1st to 29th. Five matches are set to be played here in SVG, with the first of those matches taking place on June 13th at the Annisvale Stadium. That match will see Bangladesh take on the Netherlands. Still on the local scene, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force is calling on parents of the nation to teach their children about the negatives and risks of making false reports via the police force's emergency line. Sergeant of Police Dorothy Simmons made this appeal during a recent appearance on WEFM's Cop Chat program. Sergeant Simmons noted that these false reports can hinder persons that are actually in need of help getting assistance from the police. We hear more from Sergeant Simmons.
I'd like to encourage the parents or guardians, whenever their children they themselves are using the phone, teach them the use of the emergency line. Because sometimes they may call and state a falsehood, and somebody might be on the other line trying to get on, but because we have to entertain that one, the person might not be able to get on ASAP.
That was Sergeant of Police Dorothy Simmons speaking on WeFM's Cop Chat program. Sergeant Simmons said that prank calls to the emergency line is a very big issue that the telecoms department of the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force has to deal with. On to news in the region. Billionaire property developer Peter Verdi, also known as Hardip Singh, has found himself in legal hot water as he is facing charges of bribery alongside the company he directs. The accusation stems from alleged actions between January 2015 and July 2017, during which Verdi purportedly bribed Asot Mitchell, a former member of parliament and government minister of tourism in Antigua and Barbuda. The National Crime Agency, the NCA, detailed the accusations, asserting that the bribes were intended to benefit PV Energy Limited, a company under Verdi's directorship. Michael, now an independent member of parliament in Antigua, was allegedly the recipient of these bribes. PV Energy Limited, meanwhile, is facing charges related to its alleged failure to prevent bribery in connection with the same incidents. Regional forecasters on Thursday predicted a hyperactive 2000. Regional forecasters on Thursday predicted a hyperactive Atlantic hurricane season with up to 29 named storms, 13 of which are likely to become hurricanes, including 7 major hurricanes. The Barbados-based Caribbean Institute for Meteorology and Hydrology, CIMH, presenting its Hurricane Season Caribbean Climate Outlook Forum's Karakov, said historical activity in the region is similar to the years 2010, 2013, 2020, and 2023. Its said modules suggest a 66% chance of at least one major hurricane tracking through the Caribbean, adding that 2024 resembles 2010, which began as the driest year in the Eastern Caribbean but ended as the wettest on record, including the deluge and devastation brought by Hurricane Thomas. Presenting the outlook, a specialist meteorologist at the Hydrometeorological Service of Guyana, Komal Shan Deram, said that Saharan dust is likely to impact cyclone activity during the earlier part of the hurricane season. On the international scene, judges at the top United Nations Court ordered Israel to halt its offensive in the southern Gaza city of Rafah and withdraw from the enclave in a case brought by South Africa accusing Israel of genocide, citing immense risk to the Palestinian population. Friday's decision marked the third time this year the 15-judge panel has issued preliminary orders seeking to rein in the death toll and alleviate humanitarian suffering in Gaza. While orders are legally binding, the court has no police to enforce them. Reading out a ruling by the International Court of Justice or World Court, the body's president Nawaf Salam said provisional measures ordered by the court in March did not fully address the situation in besieged Palestinian enclave, and conditions had been met for a new emergency order. Finally, in sports, Barcelona has sacked its manager Xavi with former Bayern Munich boss Hansi Flick set to replace him. Xavi will take charge of Barcelona for the final time on Sunday when they host Sevilla in their last La Liga match of the season. The 44-year-old, who had been contracted until 2025, was informed of the club's decision during a meeting with club president Joan Laporta and sporting director Deco on Friday, exactly 1 month since it had been announced that he would remain at the club. Former Spain midfielder Xavi announced in January that he would leave the Camp Nou, but he was persuaded to stay by Laporta in April. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 o'clock for WEFM's 3 p.m. news. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Beckway, get ready! Quartz is back again this Thursday, May 30, under the almond tree, 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. with bigger and crazier deals. No cash, no worries. Choose Ready Finance. Buy now and pay later. Get in on our doorbuster deals with specials on mattresses, rugs, appliances, and so much more. So Beckway, this Thursday, all day. Quartz is back under the almond tree. So come grab a big deal. Quartz, bringing value home.